first impression and a little bit of a review on CoverGirl's CG Smoothers foundation. My skin has been really dry lately, so I was looking for a really nice foundation that will work well for the winter since I don't have any at this moment. And I saw this foundation, so I do want to say that I feel like this foundation is going to be more like a light sheen moisturizer, but let's just see how it goes. I'm just really interested in the hydrating part of this foundation, so let's get into this video. So first of all, before applying, I want to read the claims. It's supposed to hydrate your skin for 11 hours and it's supposed to give you a natural smooth look. It's unscented and it's not supposed to clog any of your pores. I did do a little bit of research online on how to apply this foundation, and it's recommended to use a disposable sponge or your fingers. I'm just going to use my little sponge from a BB cushion. I have been liking this to apply my foundation lately, so I'm going to use this to apply on my foundation. So I did not apply any moisturizer or primer on my face because I do want to see how this turns out. Okay, so I kind of did a little dot right there, and surprisingly it's not too thin or thick, which I'm surprised because I thought it was more of a moisturizer, but let's just see how good of a coverage this is. So this foundation do seem to be a little bit light, but let's just see how it looks like after I blend everything in. Yeah, it's definitely too light for my skin tone. I am surprised at how light it is. When I looked online, this was like the second last shade. Okay, so this is with one layer. I'm just going to do the other layer with my fingertips, and let's just see how that works. It didn't give me much of a good coverage. Yeah, it seems to disappear. Because I am out, I'm just going to apply on a little bit more. So my first thought is this doesn't give you really good coverage. I guess this is kind of good if you're not looking for anything too crazy and you just want more of a natural look. I'm going to use my padded application and just apply this on. Just give me more of a better coverage, since using my fingers seems to just, you know, not work. I do want to mention that it was recommended to just dab into your skin, which I don't know how that would work if you're using your fingers, because you do have to kind of like swirl it around. Alright, so I'm done. I did 2 layers onto my face, and my first thought is it's more to like a light to medium coverage depending on how many layers you put on. The color shades are a little bit light. I did get creamy natural, but for some reason it seems to be a little bit light onto like once I applied it on, but maybe I have to let it settle and maybe oxidize a little bit. And it took a while to blend out, so this foundation isn't that like easy. Maybe I would say use a wet beauty blender. It'll probably help blending out easier. Okay, so I'm just gonna let this set. Maybe it'll, you know, oxidize a little bit. I'm going to finish the rest of my face makeup and I'll come back and show you guys the results. Okay, so this is the finished look. It's settled for probably 15-20 minutes now, and I didn't powder my whole face because I want to see how it's gonna work out with, you know, like I said, the dry season, and how it's gonna, you know, work with my facial lines, since I tend to like have like lines around here usually with foundations that are probably too thick or too dry, or maybe even just too cakey. The only thing I did do is set my concealer because my under eyes definitely need to be set. So let's just see if I have any apparent lines around my mouth and just see if there's any dry spots around my nose and stuff. This is supposed to be a hydrating foundation, so let's just see if, you know, it hydrates my face. Right now I'm feeling good. I feel like it did oxidize a little bit. I'm not sure if it just looks good because of my contour, but it doesn't look as white as it did earlier. So yeah, I don't notice anything wrong with this foundation. I actually really like it. With 2 layers, it's like a perfect coverage for my face. I don't really have any really bad acne scars or anything like that, just a little bit of redness around my cheeks and my nose, so it did cover those up, which I am glad. This I would say is good for normal skin as of now, and if you're looking for a really high coverage foundation, this probably won't do that for you. I'll update you guys in a few hours. I'm going to go to the mall and just do some shopping and go outside, so I will be exposed to the cold, rainy, wet, dry weather, and I'll update you guys. Alright, so you guys already know what time it is. It is time for our first update. I'm outside right now, so you guys can kind of have a better idea of what the foundation looks like. I have not checked the foundation in probably 4 hours now, so let's just do it together. I'm going to look in the rearview mirror. So smile lines aren't that bad. I have tried foundations that have made like the smile line crease super deep and intense, but this one isn't bad. Like, you can kind of see it's kind of visible around there, but like if I go far like this, it's not that visible, which I don't mind this at all. I don't really see any oiliness anywhere because I did highlight like my T-zone and my nose, so that's probably where the shine is coming from. And other than that, the foundation doesn't feel sticky. It actually feels really nice. I'm liking the feel of this foundation, and yeah, no oily patches anywhere, nothing dry. Yeah, my nose is looking good. So far so good. Our first update is doing great. I'll update one more time at night and we'll see how it goes. So throughout this whole video, I did not actually have my background lights on. Like, what? I totally forgot to put them on. So I actually realized, and I put on my lights for the sake of the last clip of this video. But anyways, back to the topic of the video. So looking close up, I can kind of see it's getting maybe just a teeny bit oily on my nose, a little bit dry and cakey around the edges of my nose, and my mouth lines are a little bit more visible, but they're not too extreme where it's bothering me at all. This foundation is, I don't see it rubbing off anywhere as well other than my nose, because I was eating and my nose is running, so I had to use a tissue to do that stuff. But yeah, the foundation looks absolutely amazing. How long did I wear it for? I wore it for 8 hours, and I think that's a pretty darn good amount of time. So this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my review for this super small foundation. If you haven't tried it, I would actually recommend this for you guys. If you guys have normal, oily, or dry skin, definitely try this out, especially for the winter, because this actually works super good. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and click the like button if you enjoyed this review. Thank you all so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.